Hello, YouTube. How are you guys doing? Today is, it's still the 25th. I was just thinking, I don't know if I'll ever want to actually get married. You guys know that this is my mass, right? Right? So I don't know if I'll ever want to get married because I like my freedom. I don't like to answer to anybody. Ooh, something went down my throat. No, I'm not corona. No, I'm not asymptomatic. I don't know if I could ever answer to someone, like on the daily. The texting, the calls. I guess a lot of women, they like that. Oh, he cares about me. He calls me. Listen, he can call and text you and still not give 2 cents about you. Or he can call and text you and still have 5 sides and dessert. But I don't know if I can do it. That commitment factor. That, oh, well, we can't do this. Or, no. We can't travel. We can't afford it. You can't go out. You have to be in. Excuse me? Sorry, my father passed away in 2015. Oh, you daddy now? My father didn't even tell me what to do. No one tells me what. The government, police. And even they don't tell me. I know a lot of the police in San Jose. I don't know them. But, I talk to them or whatever. I know I can't, run a light or, other things. I know there's things that I have to do. I'm in my studio. And I just like to tape here, but it's in my garage in my apartment building. And it's late at night, and I hear different noises. Yeah. People walk around or whatever. Oh, somebody's about to leave. Okay. I don't think I can do it. I don't think that I could buckle down. Excuse the sound effects. Like I said, I'm in my apartment building garage and there are cars. I didn't think that it would be any cars this late, but people have things to do. I like the nightlife, life, and light. I like to be free. I like to be free and go. I guess that's why I'm really temperamental about traveling with people. I like to travel solo. I wonder if they're going to see me. Okay, I don't think he saw me. Anyway, I like to travel solo. Because especially when I travel, internationally, solo, I can walk for hours. I think I was in Prague. No, I was in Budapest. And I think I literally walked for 12 hours. Literally. I left my hostel at 10 and I got back at 10 o'clock that night. And I walked the entire time because, you know how I know I walked? Because I was trying to save every single penny that I had. Because I think that day, that trip, let me go over here. Hold on. Let's see, what's that? That trip. Okay. So that trip, I don't want people to talk. I don't want to talk to people. That trip, I did like 17 countries in Europe in a month. I did 17 countries in a month. And I think the third country that I did, I spent half my budget. I spent half my budget on some Cartier sunglasses. I think they're trimmed in gold. And I brought like 2 Chanel glasses and 1 Prada. No, Chanel, Gucci, Prada, and Cartier in Madrid, Spain. I spent half my budget. And so I really had to, I wanted to, see all these countries. At the time I was there for a month. Yeah, little over a month. And so I had to figure out how was I going to get to all these countries, get back to France. I started in France, left in France, stay in hostels, sleep on buses. It was crazy. I backpacked in Europe in which I should have done when I was, getting out of high school or college. I did it 2016. So I was 46. Best time of my life. But I can't do that and be married. Oh my God. The man would drive me crazy. Men drive me crazy already. What do you need to call and talk to me about every day? I'm okay. Like, I'm doing fine. I don't need you to, police me. Oh, and I'm not going to police you. When I'm in a relationship with someone, I rarely call you. And be happy when I don't call you. Because when I do call, it's normally not good. It's normally something is going on. And it's usually, you did screwed up or whatever. Be happy when I leave you alone in a relationship. No. So, I wanted to really sow my oats this year and, finish off my travel. Not finish it off, but, hit some places that I wanted to put on my list. That is not going to happen. Will it ever happen? I wanted to go to Colombia. I wanted to go to Cuba. I really want to go to Brazil, but see, because I'm a nomad. I like to go in the unbeaten path. And I don't think that it's safe for me to go. I want to go back to Africa. I was supposed to be in March last month. I was supposed to either do West Africa or East Africa. But I was planning on visiting 3 or 4 countries in Africa. I want to go to Eastern Europe. I want to go to Japan. My son and I were supposed to go last August, I think, or October. We're supposed to go to Australia, but then there was all the fires. I want to do New Zealand. I mean, even though I've been to a lot of places, there's so many more places to go. I remember she blocked me now, but it was one girl we were debating over something. Oh, I was talking about because she was talking about, she wished that she would have got her hair done while she was in Africa or whatever. Now, she can't go to a beautician. I don't know why these women don't know how to do their hair, but anyway. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, oh, my God, I can't believe you went to Africa. You didn't get your hair done. And then I was like, oh, my God, I love it. And, wouldn't have taken so long or whatever. And then she tried to get real bougie with me and was like, yeah, I wouldn't waste my time. That phrase, waste. I wouldn't waste my time. That was kind of rude. She was like, all she would have to say was, I just prefer to spend my time doing something else. But no, this was a very educated person. And it would have been okay if she would have said it in a proper way, but she didn't. She said that waste was very condescending. So we went back and forth. I was like, oh, well, when I go to Africa or whatever, I've gotten my hair done in Africa. Well, I'm in Africa's continent. Dakar, Senegal. Got my hair done in Paris, France, and in Jamaica. Did I get my hair done in Asia? I think I tried, but they were like, no, no, no. I took off this wig and my afro. They were like, no, no, no. No, no, no. And that's weird because out here, the Vietnamese, they can do hair. Oh no, they can flat iron. Oh, I've seen, there's two Vietnamese women, they can flat iron. My hair could be, an afro, and then it can, end up being like this. Anyway. So I just thought that was really, rude. But these bougie bitches, these uppity Negroes, they get on my nerves. But anyway, I don't think I can do it because I don't know if I want to give up my freedom. Now, if I can get a man who, it's like, here, babe, here's your credit card, go wherever you want. I'm not worried about you. I know you're coming home. You did hear, here's the credit card. Here is the credit card. Okay, that's an important part. Go wherever you want to go. I know that you're coming back home. I would be married tomorrow. Actually tonight, okay? We would get married online, something, whatever. I'm serious. But I can't. Would I end up, okay, so I meet a guy, they're like, oh, you're interested in travel. Oh, okay, that's great. I want to travel too. One of them said, let's book a something. I only knew the guy like 3 months. I think we saw each other 3 times or whatever. I was like, I think when I did that, I was in Vietnam. No, I was in Bangkok. So I stayed up all night, because you have to research. You just can't book. You have to, research flights. You have to research hotels. You have to figure out, what time of day you want to go. You just can't book, do it in 10 minutes. No. I mean, unless you have all the information. I didn't. So, we went. Then on the way back, he's like, look, this is not for me. I can't do it. I can't. Short distances, that's fine. But, I guess he had a lot of anxiety. I didn't see it or whatever. Well, we got into it. But, then afterwards, he was talking about, well, once you're in a relationship and, you get married and stuff like that, because, we were planning on getting married. He's like, you can't go like that. Which, it was true, but how did we go from, wait, hold on. Okay. How did we go from traveling the world to, oh no, you once we get together, once we get married, you can't do that. I get that all the time. Oh my God, I love that you travel. I love your spirit, your free spirit. I know, you get to get up and go, and, you do it solo and by yourself, and, you just venture the world and blah, 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 blah. Then, the deeper we get into the relationship, once, we really get married, you're not going to be able to do that. Deuces. That's the assignment of time. I'm not going to be with the man who wants to dictate my freedom as far as traveling. I've been traveling. That is a nice car. That Camaro, that is a nice car. Let's see. I'm just being nosy, huh? Okay. They all do that. They want to dictate my freedom and track my mileage on the airplane. No. I've been traveling since by myself. When I was 20, I went to Hong Kong for my 21st birthday. To Hong Kong, 30 years ago. I'm 50. 30 years ago. They didn't have all this Google and internet as they do now, or, Google Flights and, FaceTime, and, you can track people all over the world. No, they didn't have that. I went by myself, walked North Beach Leathers. So they had a store in, downtown San Francisco, and I love wearing leather clothes. I still have those garments from 30 years ago. And researched it because it was so expensive. And I was like, oh, I really want this, but I'm not paying like five or $600. So one day, oh, honey, this little synthetic wig is just giving me a run. Anyway, so I researched it, talked to the guy once, and I was like, where is this made? And they said, Hong Kong. Saved up my little money. I think it was $900 for the hotel and the flight. This was 30 years ago. The hotel room was about as big as my car, the parking space. I'm not lying. It was a single bed. It was over in Kowloon. And that's funny that, I'm saying this because I went over to the new territories. I don't know what it's called now, but someone's smoking here. They had like insects on the streets. Someone is smoking. They had insect on the street for like appetizers or something like that. I didn't eat when I was over there. I ate McDonald's. And then I was like I was about to say 100 pounds lighter. I was about 85 pounds lighter than what I am right now. But anyway, I had McDonald's and I ate breakfast at the bakery in the hotel. And that's it. There was the floating hotel. I really wanted to go over there, but nah. No. I walked day and night. Oh my God. It was interesting. It was 30 years ago. It was by myself. My mother was crying because I went to Hong Kong. So what? I paid for it. I didn't ask her for anything. And that's another thing. My stepfather worked for United Airlines. And from what I hear, he kept me on the list when they got a divorce. My mother never told me. Maybe he took it off. But from what I hear, he left it on. I was never told. I always had my own money. I've been working since I was 12 or 13. Had a summer job through the summer youth program in San Francisco. But I worked after school. I mean, when I was able to work after school, I saved my money. I've always purchased my own. Always. So everything that I have, and I have a lot, it's because I purchased it. So that's why it's so hard for me to let go, because I continue to purchase. But I do take care of my stuff. I have stuff from 30 years ago. You would think I bought it last week or maybe last year. I value my stuff. But that being said, I don't think I'll be able to do that. Because then that's another thing. Oh, they say, oh, no. You can't. You're going to have to get rid of some of this. No, what you need to do is have a closet big enough for me to store it. And actually, this one boyfriend that I had in Vegas, he built me a closet. Because I had a lot of clothes. And in my apartment, I had 3 bedrooms. And there was a lot of closet space. So, I was like, well, you're going to have to figure out something. I mean, we could live together, and we were planning on getting married, but he was like, nah. So he built me a closet. It was nice. I mean, it was able to fit everything, whatever. Either he built some of it, and then he contracted somebody else to do it or whatever. But I'm not throwing away all my stuff. No. Why should I throw away my stuff that I purchased with my money? That's another thing. So, freedom to go wherever I want, whenever I want. And I can understand that as a woman. I shouldn't be out at 12 o'clock at night. And, or the questions, where are you? When are you coming home? What time did you leave? Why are you there? I'm not asking no grown man that. You get home when you're ready. And listen, if I have a problem with, where you are and how often do you go or whatever, I can leave. I could leave with the New York Minute. That's why you don't want to be so dependent on a man where it's the point, and with a woman, where they are allowed to disrespect you and you have no recourse. You can't leave. People are so worried about, oh, well, what are other people going to say? I don't give a fuck what nobody says. No one. I don't care. I don't care. This is my life. I'm not asking people to, well, what do you think? I rarely ask people that because I don't care. No. I don't care. If I ask you something, it's because I need knowledge about certain things. But if you know me, especially on Facebook, I say stuff all the time. I don't care about what you think. That's why I don't really talk on the phone that much, because I'm not into the gossip and all that other stuff. And I don't really care what people think, and I don't want to hear about someone else's issues. Now, if you want to call me and tell me your issue, whatever, okay, fine. But I don't want to hear it from 5 sources deep. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, this one, did you hear about this? If someone wants to let me know anything that's going on with their life, they can pick up the phone, or they can inbox me, or they can email me, or write a letter, or blah, 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 whatever, it doesn't matter. But I got too much going on in my life. Not really, because I don't keep it that busy. Listen, let me go. I just wanted to talk about that. It was on my mind. Okay, bye.